Well, good afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Michael Wilhite here with Southern Indiana Weather. Thanks for logging on to this latest video update. It is Saturday, 6th of June, 2015, about 2:40 here in the afternoon Eastern Time. Enjoying the sunshine around the area today. Oh my goodness, is it nice to see some decent sunshine after some gray days that we had earlier in the week. Certainly warming up again. Temperatures already into the low 80s by this afternoon hours here. We're sponsored today by Welps Farm and Greenhouse. You can visit them on the web, welpsfarmandgreenhouse.com. Located at 7907 East State Road 64 in Birdseye. Give them a call, 326-2709 for all of your gardening needs, folks. They have a lot of great things. Give them a call. Visit them on the web, welpsfarmandgreenhouse.com, and tell them Southern Indiana Weather sent you. All right, now the first thing that we want to talk about more than anything today is a chance for some severe weather tomorrow. I briefly mentioned this morning on the Facebook page. I want to cover this a little bit more in detail, and then the plan is, of course, after we've talked about that, then we'll take a look at more of the longer range after that. So let's go right here first. The Storm Prediction Center has made a slight risk here. Let me zoom in just a little bit here, give you a little bit closer of an idea. My apologies here, folks. I probably should have had this done and ready already, but here you can see there's your slight risk of severe weather, and it goes from, maybe from just south of the Vincennes area over to Cincinnati and then points to the north. Notice that a large chunk of southern Indiana is in the marginal risk. In my opinion, I think that the slight risk probably goes a little bit too far south. I'm going to show you why here in a second. Don't think most of southern Indiana is going to have much of anything to worry about, but this enhanced area would be the 30% stronger risk, is 15% slight risk here, and then the darker shaded green is your 5% marginal risk for severe weather. Now let me just go ahead and start out with some radars. Give you an idea of why I say our risk is pretty low. Let me put this into motion. Here we go through the afternoon hours today, and well, you see a dot or two around the area, but they're not really materializing. That's pretty normal for a future radar to do at this time of year. Really nothing to worry about until tomorrow. And then here we go on Sunday. You see some storms ongoing off to our north, but now you're starting to see some things blow up. In fact, by the time you get to about 7 o'clock tomorrow night, a pretty severe looking squall line could be starting to form as we head up to our north. Notice that then takes a very good shape. By 11 o'clock at night, it's pushing into the northern part of the state. By the way, notice that is indeed where your enhanced risk is, right in there. All right. Certainly, I think the positioning on your enhanced risk is well done, but watch what happens to this. We're already at 11 o'clock at night. Well, you can probably guess what's going to happen. By the time you're 11 o'clock at night, it's that far away from us. Do you really think it's going to be severe by the time it gets to us? Folks, it's going to have to be a miracle to make it be severe that late of the night. Watch what happens as you go to 2 a.m. You still maintaining its strength pretty strong into Indiana, and then watch this. By the time 5 a.m. comes, even by 8 a.m. it's down in our area, and of course the thing's falling apart and it's just general rain. So I think most of us in southern Indiana won't face any severe weather. Now this is the high resolution NAM. I'm going to show you two other future radars really quickly to get you an idea. The WRF NMM, this is of the models that go out more than 15 hours, this is our tightest resolution model that we have. Let me just show you what it does. Here we are tomorrow afternoon, and you can see that well-defined squall line up to our north. Here's by 8 p.m., and you can see well out of the area. It does move it through the overnight hours, but watch as you head into the overnight hours, it just falls really completely flattened by the time you head into the morning hours. Well, you're just facing a little bit of shower activity. The WRF ARW is another one that sometimes nails it and sometimes doesn't. It's a little faster with it. Let me show you this. Here we go by about 8 o'clock at night, and you can see it's a little bit further on than what some of the other models have been really saying here by this point. In fact, as you continue on, by 11 o'clock at night here, it's already down in the Indianapolis area, but you notice it does start to lose its oomph as it heads down in and just sort of flattens out for us. And this model really doesn't make it amount to much of anything at all for us. Now, here's a good reason why as we take a look at our CAPE product, Convective Available Potential Energy. This is the amount of instability that we have in the atmosphere. Watch what happens. Well, we've got tons and tons of fuel going here still at 8 o'clock on Sunday night. That's probably because we're going to hit a high into the upper 80s. I wouldn't be surprised. Some areas down in Kentucky push 90 tomorrow. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised even to see something in southern Indiana hit 90. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. It's going to be absolutely stinking hot tomorrow. Watch what happens, though. As we lose the sun, that fuel starts to set. By the time 11 o'clock at night goes, we're way down, and then watch this. As we head into the overnight hours, the fuel for those storms becomes non-existent, fires back up again during the next day, but we won't have to worry about it. The line will really be through us by that point. In fact, as we take a look back at your NAM here, essentially what you have going on here. Notice on Monday, though, once it's all through us, notice it does start to reform. It's down in Kentucky, and the severe weather stays confined to the south. So if we get any severe weather here in southern Indiana, it would be probably right along the Ohio River, and it would be on Monday more than anything as this line reforms and starts firing. And that's really going to be highly dependent on how far the line makes it down into the area and the timing and all that. So hopefully we'll know a little bit better on that timing tomorrow night. But right now, as it stands, I don't think that we're under just a very strong threat for us. In fact, that's why I think this slight risk is even just a little bit too far from the south. I think that probably could be scaled back up. I think areas south of Indianapolis probably are going to have a hard time getting severe storms out of this. I think it's just going to be a weakening line and moving through too late. But we'll keep an eye on it, and we'll, of course, be here tomorrow evening if anything does fire, and we'll let you know. Now, taking a look at the longer term, now getting away from the severe weather, here we put the GFS into motion, and there you can see here is that line moving our way Sunday night with the cold front. That moves out of the way. It's gone, and we get a little bit of a break in the action. But what you notice is I just put the radar here into motion. Plenty of small rain chances headed our way. Some a little larger than others, and some fairly small, with some dry breaks in between. But really, as far as the eye can see, on the next 384 hours out that the model goes, you've got hot and humid weather with some thunderstorm chances dotted a good amount along the way. Temperature spread over the next 16 days or so. Wow, it's going to get hot. GFS Ensemble is forecasting 88 tomorrow. I'm forecasting 87, but like I said, wouldn't be surprised if some places with that get most sunshine and far southern Indiana end up getting close to 90. It is possible tomorrow. And then you notice, well, we get a brief reprieve maybe down to 82, but you see plenty of upper 80 chances here in the forecast. I certainly think that we're going to hit 90 by the time we head later on into June. All indications are there. It's going to get hot, but it is June. It is that it's that time of the year. All right, let's take a look quickly here at your forecast. Then you can go to southernindianaweather.com and get this. Today, we're making up to about what we are right now. We're in the low 80s. We might make it up another degree or two, but that's not much. It's a partly to mostly sunny kind of day. Beautiful weather outside. Tomorrow's going to be the hot day. And again, those scattered showers and thunderstorms move in overnight. So if you have plans tomorrow outside, no worries about rain today, tonight, or tomorrow. It would be overnight on Sunday night. As you get a good chance of rain on Monday, it does not look severe to me at this point on Monday either. I think our severe chances, as I've said, are very low, but we'll keep an eye on it. And if anything changes, of course, we'll let you know. Brief reprieve beyond that, but then we start to warm back up to the mid-80s. But as I scroll down through here, you notice off and on storm chances really as you go through. Every 2 or 3 days, it seems like there are some storm chances. So it's an active weather pattern. Again, that's very typical for summer, where we get these storm chances. And by the way, you notice most of them are fairly low, 20 and 30% chances. Could be a indication that most of us will end up staying dry, but we will just have to see. All right, folks, that is it. Enjoy this beautiful, sunny, and warm day. I'm meteorologist Michael Wilhite for Southern Indiana Weather. Have a great day, folks, and keep it tuned here to southernindianaweather.com on Sunday evening as the storms start to roll in, and we'll keep you updated with progress. Take care.